moments they had together.
Hey, championships are forever.
They are.
You know, the Warriors with 7 of them. Draymond Green off iron there. And that's why the 4 and 8 years starting in kind of the Steph Curry era, this is going to be remembered forever.
Yeah. I mean, I never got to experience it in the NBA, but got to experience it in high school. And those are still fun conversations to have, going back and talking with your friends.
Monte Cook in for Portland. Robert Williams denied.
Warriors want to up their focus level now. They've kind of started out, attention to detail lacking a little bit when it comes to defensive rebounding.
Draymond down the lane. Butler tried to tip it home. So Jeremy Grant playing with Javonte Cook. Rising for 3 and got a wild shot there. Butler spinning into the front court. Jimmy all the way to the iron.
He just kind of went decel, waiting for Cook to kind of make a move, and he realized he wasn't going to be able to contest well enough, so he just went up with it. But the presence of mind to spin out of that is Jeremy Grant is lunging at him.
So Buddy Hield made Grant go left, and Quick Close was there to help him out. That's good team defense right there.
And he got the rebound.
The stop's not completed till you have the rebound. The foul on the reach. Set in full motion, then spin.
Well, he doesn't try to do anything fancy. The spin looked good, but you know he's not going to try to sit there and play with it.
When post,
go ahead and cut. It's always a good idea. Warriors are one of the best cutting teams in the league.
Jeffkey wing jumper. Brandon playing off Draymond, playing off Jimmy, playing off Steph. That's when he's at his best. It's when they're all sitting out and he's got to do it by himself where he struggles.
Well, Robert Williams was in drop coverage there. Work off of that ball screen. You got some space in the pocket.
Butler knocked it away, but Grant got it back, and then Draymond's going to be called for a foul.
As you say, team.
Jemski, beautiful steal. Thought about that 3, goes into reach to make sure he gets the foul.
It was that year in 74-75 season. Before that, he ran the Warriors by himself, the team. So.
Now
wow.
Your shirts say together. First time the Warriors ever won one on the West Coast. Why the togetherness?
I think we bonded. We bonded at training camp in Hawaii, and from that point on, we hung out together. We spent time together. We trained together. On the road, we ate together. We went to movie theaters. Went to theater together. So it became one. That's why 50 years later, we're still like, it was like yesterday. And then when you're in the beginning of the year, when you're dealing with adversity, when they said that you're only expected to win 20 games the whole year, and then you come up and win the NBA championship, and 4-0 in the finals, and becoming the 3rd team in NBA history to do that, and there's only 9 right now, that allows you, because once you win something, you never, once you
could penetrate, you were great with the ball, your ball handling, you were fast, getting up and down the floor, getting to the rim, all those different things. How much fun would it be for you to play?
And I penetrated a lot, so this would be an ideal situation for me, you know, especially if I had the opportunity to play with someone like Steph Curry, because they would definitely have to guard me, and I can, you know, dump it off to Steph Curry, and you know, for wide open shots. Because,
so Draymond with the rebound coming into the front court. We're talking to Charles Dudley with the Blazers leading by 3. Quentin Post ties the game. Hey, Charles, relate the story of Clifford Ray asking the coaches and Rick Barry to leave and say, all right, guys, anyone else in here can score 35 points a game. Let's ride this guy. Let's realize he's a perfectionist, and let's just deal with the Rick that we have and the brilliance that he has.
Well, I think that was part of Clifford Ray's leadership. You know, he got traded for Nate Thurman. You know, Nate the Great. And so Nate was a main figure here at Golden State for over 13 or 14 years. Teammates to buy into what we were trying to do. He did what he said. Can any of you guys score 35 points a night like Rick? And no one raised their hand. No one, you know. But that was a part of everyone finding their role in that.
Your mentality when you do see a guy like Rick Barry having the kind of series he was in the finals and winning Finals MVP, averaging almost 30 a game. How do you balance playing off of him, looking for your own? You're a point guard, so you're in charge of making sure everybody else is feeling good, but you still have to be a threat out there.
Right. Well, I picked my top 18.5 points a game in the University of Washington. so I could score.
Hey, Charles, how about game 4 against Washington when they send Mike Reardon out to try to fight Rick to get him ejected, and Al Attles goes out and cleans things up. Al gets ejected. Rick stays in the game, and you get the sweep. What was that like, knowing that Reardon was kind of set out there to start a fight?
Yeah, Rick was, because they knew, they were down 3-0, right? They knew if they could just take Rick out, then, Rick scoring 30 points a game, and then Mike Reardon scoring, I think he's probably more 16 or 17 points a game. They thought that was going to be a major advantage, but, Rick was smart enough to not, get into that team win. And Al was the assistant coaches. So it was a lot of things that were going, a lot of things were issues then that we needed to. We wanted Al to win, and we wanted to set the tone for how the NBA would progress later in the year. And that was the whole thing. With that change and with that success, the league, the league is a copycat league. And with that change, then other African-American players and African-American coaches got an opportunity to coach at that level. But Al, every time that there was an issue, he would stand up for it. So, his leadership is one of the things that I think that always should be a part of the Warriors organization. His leadership and what he did for the organization for 50 years.
Now, early on, and it was not that year, but Al was a player coach. Would that work in today's NBA?
No, not even a chance. But see, Al was a player. Players, he knew what to do. He knew that if you had players on the bench, right, that were not playing, they would not be into the game. I mean, coach game. So what he did, he had 10. He had 10 players that played on a regular basis. And that was the key to our success, because if we needed scoring, we had it. If we needed rebounds players, we needed somebody that could block shots, we had it. So very few teams matched up with us during that period of time.